Olawale Ishola joins us now to put some of the issues in your world of sports into perspective. Olawale, good to have you on the program.
Good evening, Austin. It's been a long time I've been on the platform, man. It's so good to be back again.
So good to have you around also.
Thank you very much.
What a time to come around. But before we get you talking, a quick reminder to the Ministry for Youth and Sports in Nigeria. We brought it up yesterday. We are getting ready for the ITTF Africa Junior Table Tennis Championship. That one will serve off in Tunisia, April the 4th. The talk is that the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation, they are still appealing for funds. They're talking to everybody, not just the Ministry for Youth and Sports now. Say, let us take our young stars, our junior table tennis team to Tunisia, let them gain good experience, exposure, playing with other opponents from Africa. We can tell you the story of table tennis in Nigeria. Now, it has been growing in the last 3 years, how talents have come from different parts of the country, how Aruna Quadri has ruled Africa. Olufunke Oshanaike is current champion in the women's category. We've seen good names. The little girl in your screen, Sikurat Ayela Begon from Kwara State, plays phenomenal tennis. There is Agnes Onoja. We've been telling you the story of Esther Oribamishe. This is the chance for them to go out of the country, gain good experience, come back. Not forgetting Abayomi and Ima Shaun, Aziz Sholanke, Amadi Ume. These are names that we can write down, monitor them now, and Olawale, in the long run, we will say no problem. Out of Quadri, you're no longer active. Somebody else is gearing up to take your place.
So these are the kind of competitions you need to take these young players to showcase their talent, to get exposed to the latest rules, skills, and technique, so that they'll grow and replace the current ones. You know, it sounds like a nursery for the national team. But unfortunately, it has been a bane for Nigerian sports. Anytime you want to go to a competition, they'll be looking for funds around. For how long will we continue to do this? Because instead the officials, for them to concentrate on how to get there, to provide the logistics, the technique, and all of that support to these athletes, they are busy looking for funds. And I've been saying it, this is not the first time I'll be saying it on this program, that we should take sports more than the way we are taking Nigeria. Okay. It's not only for recreation. That's right. It's a money-spinning industry. It's a business. I know. Because if you don't take it like that, we're complaining about unemployment in Nigeria. But if we invest in sport, apart from agriculture, is one other sector that will reduce the problem of unemployment. And I think not only government, individuals, corporate bodies should link it to sports. And
I totally agree with you, Olawale. And while someone will say, oh, Olawale is talking on a larger scale, how can you say sports? Bring it back to table tennis. When you look at the sport, it's just that table, those bats, and the ball is going around. China does not play with this sport. Germany does not play with this sport. They do so well in football, but they are so good with table tennis. Sweden, Portugal, even England lately. Asia doesn't, the entire Asian countries, they take this sport seriously. So you start wondering, when will we start taking the pressure off football if we cannot fund a simple sport as table tennis?
Okay. The problem is that football may be taking the shine away of all the sports. But the problem is a larger problem in the society. Even football is suffering. Football might be getting the attention because we're going to international competition, but if we check out at the local level, football is suffering. Now we talk about the other sports. Parents should know that if you are a table tennis player and you're into athletics, you're into basketball, you are into hockey, you are into volleyball, they can make career out of all these sports. Instead of kids, youths, roaming around on the street doing nothing.
I remember growing up, one of the ways we were busy as kids in the street was playing table tennis, because we just put the boards together and then we play good table tennis.
It was fun back then.
So much fun, talent everywhere. So special appeal to the Ministry for Youth and Sports coming from the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation. For a kid under the age of 12, like Sikurat Ayela Begon, all we can do for her is support. Now, if she's going for a competition in Tunisia, April the 4th, and she's hearing on TV that no fund, no support, psychologically, it's not even good for competing.
Yes.
Right there. So we shouldn't be talking about this all the time, except for the Olympics. Aruna Quadri and some of the players pay their way to Sudan to even qualify for the Olympics. Yes. Every competition that has to do with table tennis, it's beg and beg and beg.
And I have to blame the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation because it has now become a recurring decimal, a recurring problem that is anytime they want to go into competition, you hear about these problems. They should state their problems right from the onset. They should have a calendar at the beginning of the year. They should look for sponsors, move around, do like a road show, so that people will be aware of their problems. Yeah. Not coming at the length towards the competition. You'll not be shouting of lack of funds. It's not only detrimental to the players, it's affecting the image of the association.
Hopefully
itself.
Next week, Olawale, we will hear good news from both the Ministry for Youth and Sports and the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation. Let's get on with the show now. Match day 16 of the Nigeria Professional Football League now completed after the game between Lobi Stars and Aqua United. Lobi won that one 2-1. So far this season, major talking point for you.
This season, it has been the season of underdogs. Ooh. Yes, because if you check it out, MFM, Plateau United are the top summit of the league.
Wow, El Kanemi.
Do you understand? You understand? He's not doing bad. I checked the result this last Wednesday. Kano players drew Nasarawa United 1-1 at Kano. Ayemba lost away 1-0. The top teams are not faring well at all. So it has been a season of underdogs. Questions
on social media: why did Lobi Stars and Aqua United play this? Because the last game Lobi Stars played, they traveled to Maiduguri. They needed to rest, so they got the day off yesterday while other teams were playing, and so that game was played today. A lot of talking points from Rivers United and Enugu Rangers, particularly with Coach Stanley Guma. People don't understand what's really going on. Maybe you do. What's going on?
I can't say exactly, because last season they were firing from all cylinders. This season they're out of the CAF Champions League. In the league they're not performing well. So Plateau United went there. They picked the draw. Now Rangers has been the disappointment of the season. Because we thought after last season,
that's right,
they will go further. They'll keep up the momentum.
That's right.
They kept a lot of their players that were there last season, and Sterling has been around for a long time. I guess this is the sixth season with Rivers United. But apart from the continental engagement, which they've been thrown out of the continent, I thought by now they should have get their acts together and be getting results at the local level. Wow. But the teams seems to be working well for them.
And you didn't expect that they won't at least score a goal against Plateau United?
No. Austin, let's be factual. Kennedy Boboye says he came to the scene with Sunshine United last season as one of the 2 seasons ago, as one of the top coaches in the league, and he has been performing wonders with Plateau United. So I'm not surprised they are second on the league. They've won the pick wins away. So picking a draw against Rivers United, I'm not surprised. But what I'm really surprised is that not only against Plateau United that Rivers are not doing well, they are not doing all around the league. They've not been performing well as expected. And the cause of this, I can't say exactly. I didn't mean there was mass exodus of players from the team. I will have said just because mass exodus of players, but like they kept the team intact. Right. The salary has not been the problem. Governor Wicked has been a very good, has been pumping money into the club, but maybe it might be due to the psychology of losing out of the CAF Champions League, which is affecting Rangers too.
Okay. Let's go to Rangers. You made a good point when you mentioned Kennedy Boboye from Sunshine Stars to Abia Warriors now in Plateau, and he's still keeping his game together.
Yes.
Is Coach Imama out of quality?
Coach Imama, Horrible, won the league, and it wasn't a fluke last season. And again, he kept majority of his players. Bobby Clement is still there. Okay, Odita is there. These major players are still playing their trade. But I will say, the problem is that they concentrated so much on the Champions League, leaving the local league, and unfortunately, they didn't go past the second round of the Champions. They couldn't get to the group stage. It is really affecting them because all other teams have been firing from all cylinders. The teams that have been playing in the local league, they've concentrated on the local league, and it takes time for them to get themselves into stride once again. And time is slipping away. Match 16 already. Yes, match 16 already. And they have adjusted on the league table. They have a lot of work to do. What we need to do is we need to bring you back here and we'll give attention to the MPF. I must say thank you so much for coming around.